Gather round the campfire, all gamers and friends. I have a tale to tell. You'll want to stay to the end to hear the legend of the scene, the most amazing of men, the slayer of demons. You need to pay your respect. So relight the fire with chit-chat and sit back, stare into the ink-black night and think back to when knights were actually clashing. I'll bring back the greatest of the clan. Now make way for Simclash. Some called him Hearn, the hunter of men. Some called him Viking, and some called him friend. He wore the antlers of the stag that first bested him. And when the clock strikes midnight, best not mention him. When the night arrives, wide-eyed knights, they get struck down. When he rides, he slices, sideswipes, and he shuts down all competition, every player on the board. Simclash of the Black Country, the way of the sword is to live by and die by the blade for the game. One encounter with him, and you are never the same. He is wild and untamed, with a blade cased in flame. Simclash the mighty, prepare for his reign. Prepare for battle. We ride out tonight, so hold on to your horse. Simclash out in front, so all must stay the course. Cause we travel and battle across every adventure. The mightiest of clans, Simclash at the center. We ride out tonight, so hold on to your horse. Simclash out in front, and all must stay the course. Cause we travel and battle across every adventure. The mightiest of clans, Simclash at the center. Onwards, my good men. And women, and of course my gender progressive friends, basically all of you, onwards! For Simclash rides tonight, and we will follow him until we die. Well, maybe not till I die, but until it looks really very dicey indeed, and even then, I will stand by him. Onwards! It's not just epic gaming, but I pray you come along as Simclash finds new games to stumble upon as we tumble onto places in the multiverse. Simclash will improvise and rumble in unrehearsed, unbeatable, uncheatable, like some kind of voodoo, unless he's interrupted by Tiggy and Moo. His allies, his familiars, and a bit of a pain if they lay across the keyboard in the middle of the game. That's an absolute nightmare. Get off the keyboard!
Blind wall, save his own grief and sicken the soul.
Now can you see why you need Simclash in your life? He burns through each quest like I burn through these mics. From Valheim to Embervale, enshrouded in armor. He's larger, he's faster, game starter, all father. Paranormal investigator, ordained minister, so he can take down foes and conquer the sinister. The lord of the realm, he's the best of the best. And if you watch his Twitch stream, you'll be very impressed. We ride out tonight, so hold on to your horse. Simclash out in front, so all must stay the course. Cause we travel and battle across every adventure. The mightiest of clans, Simclash at the center. We ride out tonight, so hold on to your horse. Simclash out in front, and all must stay the course. Cause we travel and battle across every adventure. The mightiest of clans, Simclash at the center.
Behold! The sword of power.
Why doesn't my screen look like it's in the right place? Weird. Has my camera been knocked, perhaps? Perhaps one of the cats has knocked my camera? You can't normally see all of that there either. Very weird. I was reading the questions during the advert break. I quite liked that, actually, even though I completely forgot it was an advert break. I just thought it was just asking questions and answering them instantly. So, today, I am playing a playtest that I was invited to. I've played it a few times. It only launched yesterday. I played it on the weekend. And I've done a YouTube video about it. And for some reason it's not on screen. Thank you.
Do you mind if I strut for you? Maybe feel free to strut for me. You gotta strut, everybody should.
Hang on. Should it not have changed camera? It's supposed to change camera. Hang on. Oh, it has, but it hasn't displayed it. What? Well, you'll have to do nothing to do with this. It's supposed to use that camera over there. These are my leggings. Hang on. Hang on. So why is it not? I don't know. That doesn't make sense. I don't understand what it's doing. Or what it's not doing more. Well, these ones are the Kapow leggings, sorry. They're actually really, really, really comfortable. I would just live in them if I could, honestly. They don't get too hot, but they do keep me warm. I've got a few pairs, but these are my favourite ones. I don't understand what's up with that camera. Might just give it a try later. It looks like it's working. So this is the game. So as you can see, because it's only a demo and a playtest, most of the levels aren't here. So I said I probably won't be able to do like a 3 or so hour stream of it. So they'll just spin indefinitely. you have to press stop. Okay, so let's talk you through what's going on. You've got a jackpot up here. This is what you need to hit to move on to the next level. As you can see, all I've got is 30, 60, 90 times 1.25 because it's in a straight line. If it was in a diagonal, it would just be times 1. So what we can do is, you can see down here, we've got an extra 3 energy. This is the energy bar down the bottom here. There is actually 8. You can't see it because of my little blue guy. Well, not blue guy, my whatever I call it. There you go. So I've got 8 energy. That's like we're using specials. We've got a rare ticket here, which is a free spin. So at the moment we've only got three spins. This gives us the 4th one. I won't likely need the 4th one on this first round. They're best keeping them as long as you can keep them. They will stay there until you use them. We've got a discard pile where you can discard up to 3, and we've got a swap where you can move adjacent ones. So at the moment, that is all I've got. I don't know how much more is to come. That is all I've seen down here, but there's plenty of space, so I imagine they're going to add more. So what we want to do is we want to get this and that as high as possible. So like if we can get rid of this and get another one of those, that is a good easy first move. So we'll discard that. We didn't get one. We'll discard this. We did get a diagonal of watermelon, so that was all. That was fine. Let's see if we get rid of this. Okay, we didn't get another clover. Because if we could get that into a clover, we can either move that across or we've got a diagonal. I can't really do anything in this corner. I could possibly get that to be a clover and then we'd have a diagonal there. Let's see if we can do that. No. What about this one? Okay. And what about this one? No. Right, so now we've got one here. We can move it across. So now we've got 240 times 4.75. I don't know. I'm not good at doing maths. I don't know. It's near enough 250 times 4, so it's 1,000. So we're more than halfway there. So I think I'll end my turn there. I don't want to use these. Everything else is fine, so we'll just leave it at that. There we go. We're more than halfway to the target on the first spin. So a wild card can be used as NA. So if I can get that moved to there, it can use both. So it's a really good card for that. We want to get a lemon here if we can. The only way I'm going to get a lemon here or a watermelon there, I think the best bet would be to go here. We've got a watermelon there, that's fine. Let's just get rid of these just for the sake of it. I'd say we're done. We're done here. 420 times 7.5. I mean, that's a really good effort, that. 4,290 of 1,800. So, we got that. So, this here is where your deck is. So as you can see, I got 12 lemons, 12 watermelons, 12 bells, 12 clovers. The clovers I bought from the market and they persist between runs, so the more you add to your deck, the bigger your deck becomes, like, in perpetuity, if you will. So this power up gives me a 40% score to the to the wild card. The wild card's already worth 50, so like 40% extra is like what? I don't know. Make it 80, something like that. It makes it quite powerful to be fair. But I've only got one in my deck, so the chances of being able to use it is it's not very often. I have another ticket. Increase the symbol rank of 3 cards. Permanently remove a card. I've never used that yet. I don't see why I would at the moment. I'm guessing later in the game, when your decks get so big that you can't get what you need like consistently, then yes, maybe you'd probably want to use that to get rid of them. At the moment, if I get rid of any, I've got nothing. A common magnet, 0.3 to a multiplier for each different symbol on the board. I get a 2 times multiplier if I can match that. It's just a single card. So that's 2, that's 5. So I'm going to get that. I think I'm going to get this. Second chance, respin up to 2 wheels. Increases the symbol rank of 3 cards. Well, a free spin's always useful. Discards up to 3 cards drawn. Increases the symbol rank of 3 cards. I think I'm gonna go with that. We will leave. Do I just continue? I can't remember. I don't really know how. I couldn't remember how to do that. Okay, well, we've got an easy win here. We'll move that up. Right. We've got to make 2,000, as you can see at the top there, 2,600 we've got to do. So if we can have another lemon here, I feel like that's better than using the diagonal because I can get those clovers moved together. So if I do that, and that, and that. 195 times 3.75. Is there any other option for me here? Well, I can get another lemon here. I don't know if it's a waste of energy trying for a lemon in that specific slot. What will it give me? It'll give me another... it'll give me another 1 times multiplier. I think it's better just waiting for another spin, honestly. Okay, we've got a wild card. It's pretty powerful if I can get it into a position where it's useful. So, what do we want to do here? Pick you on. Okay, we got a watermelon there. So the bell has pretty high, but I'm wondering whether I should, let's just... What does symbol rank of 3 cards actually mean anyway? Like, what happens if I do that? Oh. Oh, it means change the card to something higher. Oh. Okay. That actually was a pretty good move. In a way. I don't want to select throw, but I... If only I could get that wild card over there, which I can't do. I'm going to have to leave it at that. I really want... I've only got one move left, and I've got loads of time. I'm going to have to just leave this turn. That was not as good as I hoped. Okay, right, so what we got here? We got 30. If I move that across, that's like my last move, that was. So I'm going to need to use that energy this time. What happens if I do this? The problem with using the diagonals like we've got here, the only real option of these two, 180 times 3.5. That's 360. 360 double is 720. Oh, hang on, no, I'd have to double it, so it's under 7, it's fine. I've got to get 1,000 on this one. Jesus, I've had some bad spins again tonight. Excuse me? Huh? What? Excuse me? The stream died? Where? I don't understand. How did that happen? Nothing showed anything was going bad or anything. It just stopped and started again. Well, I'm just going to ignore it and assume it's Twitch being its usual Twitcher. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I think I need to get a watermelon here. So I'm going to get some more energy. So I've now got 3 energy again. I'm going to discard painful, but I'm going to discard that and that. God damn it. Wow. I hate it, but I need as much as I can. 2.25 times 4 and I have 4.75, so that should be over 1,000. But that wasn't good. I used all of my energy and everything. I've got boss battle. Well, absolutely none apparently, because we only just started stream again. Not that that works anyway. Couldn't get it working for some reason. Yeah, right, I did notice. It did look fun, actually. I don't know what this is. I'm going to do it. I get a lot of lemons, so I'm going to stick it on one of my lemons. Okay, let's continue. Right, I got a boss fight. 1 out of every 5 cards is hidden. Hidden cards are revealed when the lever is pulled. Oh, you... Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's nice to collect souls. But I get what you mean. Okay, this is... I don't like this. So... I'd say the easy solution here is probably to move that across. Move that across. Right, that's one straight away. If we could get... Oh, I really want that used. Move you up. That's a definite. I might have to get rid of this, even though it's got a multiplayer. I don't think there's any... Hang on, is there a realistic way I could get it? So there is. Okay. Hang on, you can move diagonally. Using all my energy on this first spin. But because I don't know what these two wheel spins are, I think that's the best I can do. So let's see. I mean, that worked out pretty well, to be fair. I needed 3,500, I got 2,760. That was pretty good. Okay, so this wild card, if I can replace that with the wild card, right, straight away, that gives me 3 off the bat. No extra work. I don't know what these are. I'd say the best I can do here is to move that bell and hope that one of those is a bell. Or... Oh, I'm an idiot. Move that bell. I missed that. Oh well. There we go, 5,000. I do wish... I mean, obviously, I'm sure there will be a way of doing it. But I do wish I had more energy than just 8. But I haven't found a way to increase it yet. But as I said, it's only a... another sticker booster. 2 of 4 stickers. A free discard on that one. I guess we'll put on a watermelon and we'll put this on a clover because they're worth a lot anyway. Okay, so I've only got 1 scatter, so there's no point keeping that, so I'll get rid of that. I blatantly need to move that in. Okay. Right, what else can we do? Let's use a discard. If I move that across 1, I'm using up so much energy on this first turn. And then if I go there and there, and there. I don't know what to do. I don't really want to use up all of my energy on the first turn, but I really want to get if I can get these 2 watermelon, that's quite powerful. I'll have to leave it at that, I think. Don't want to. But I don't think I have much of an option. That's a good first go. Let's get rid of scatter. So we've got 2 bells there, we've got 2 bells there, and we've got a bell here. The only real way I can use this is if I move that bell across, but then I lose the diagonal with this wild card. Hang on. If I move that clover up, that gives me a diagonal and that. And it gives me absolutely nothing with the bells. I think I'm done. I don't think I can. The only thing I can do is maybe that. I mean, it's the only lemon on the board, so. Oh, it adds an extra 15 to my score, so that's not so bad. I don't think I'm going to get past this level. 4,900 I'm going to get. I don't want to use two. The problem is it's the whole energy situation. I've got 2 moves I can use. And I've got 2 more spins, so I need to go easy on it. I mean, I'm almost halfway. Okay, I'm gonna need so that scatter card, you are able to just double click it and it'll go away and it'll replace it with another card. It's basically a free discard pile just for that one card. It's useful because if you only get 2 scatters, the chances of you getting that 3rd one are probably quite slim. So it's probably a good move to get rid of it, honestly. However, that doesn't help me. I've got 2 moves. The only two moves that actually do anything for me are one more move and I can move that bell in, but I can't. I've got no energy. I can't swap, I can't discard. All I can do is a free spin. But the problem I've got is now I've got no energy. The next spin, I've got what I've got. So yeah, that's not a good go. Nothing again. And now spin. I mean, I might as well use the free spin, but I mean, it's pointless. Oh, there we go. We got something at least. Still got no energy. Yeah. Rip. I defeated the boss at least. I just need an energy upgrade, that's what I need. The fact that I can't get an energy upgrade. That's a fairly good feeling, you know, first spin to be fair. Okay, if we can discard that. Oh. I hate when he does that, and that, and that. And then move that. And then discard that. And that. Okay. That's as good as we could get. It was actually really bad. It looked really good. Are you sure? Wow, it was really loud when I first put it on. Oh, sorry, it was really quiet when I first put it on. Why have you got it on your end? That's just crazy. Do you know what? I'll probably do it in the game, to be fair. Or not. I could just turn the music off. Oh, it's so weird with music off. Oh, I need to put some music on there. Only I don't do that. But at least it's not, I mean, even if it is loud, it's only the spins that are loud now. There's no other real sound effects. Possibly. I don't know, like I said, when I first put it on, and when I recorded it for YouTube, it was actually really quiet. And I was like, oh, that's quiet, but it doesn't really matter too much if it is a bit quiet. Right, let me just double check. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like the rest of the game hasn't really got much. It hasn't really got much extra sort of noises or anything. So we got, if we can move that and that. There's nothing I can do, is there, now? Let's just give it a cursory. That'll do. That will do. Yeah, I do get that as well. 3,763 of 1,800. So I quite like this game. I find it quite interesting. I don't know how much I would play it. Like all of the other ones that I've got, all of those other dungeon crawlers. I'm not saying this doesn't have this at some point. They've got outside of the main mechanic, which is the wheel. You move from one room to another, and at the moment, obviously, playtest. At the moment, that's missing from this. So hopefully they do add it, because I like the idea of right now I'm in a circus, and I just get to walk around the circus, picking the levels and picking my battles. So I hope they do add that, because I think it'll be really cool. Two of 4 stickers. I've only got space for one though, so it's not worth it. Blackout, second chance, respin 2 wheels. Let's go with that. Let's double up. I mean, I guess doubling up one of the good ones is a good. So I think swap and swap. So, question, do I discard that? I get another discard on that. Okay, so that's a lemon. So, I think that's just answered my question for me. If I could get this to become a lemon, I mean, that's pretty much the strongest wheel I could get, if I could get that as a lemon. Also, well done on the streak. I always forget that the streak thing doesn't come up on StreamerBot. I don't think I can really do anything about it. It's not worth it. We're nearly at the target anyway. You see, because what you've got to weigh up your energy use, because that energy it persists per round. Do you know what I mean? It's like that entire level is how much energy you've got. You don't get any more energy. And with not at the moment, you can't create energy, you can't get bonus energy. Obviously that might be a card or something. In fact, there is a card, there's one here with 3. But you know what I mean? Like, unless you can get like a permanent energy increase. So what have we got? We got 2 of those, 1 of those, 2 of those, scatter. The scatter's no use, so we'll redo it. So we've almost got a diagonal. We've almost got a line. Easiest option would be that. That does limit what else we can get. We can only get something on this line here, and maybe there. So what do I pick here? What do I guess, discard the bell? The lemon? Can I get any luckier? Unluckier even? Discard the clover? No. Okay, what are these? Respin up to 2 wheels. I could respin this last wheel, perhaps. Oh, bless me. I can't spin the same wheel. I'm not entirely sure that I want to respin again, because it won't let me do the same one. I don't want to respin these, although it could be more powerful respinning one of these. But I'll probably lose my watermelon. And I don't have the energy to put it back without using my energy booster. I might have to leave it at that. I have finished anyway, so whatever, it's fine. A 200 score, 10% chance to fly away after activation. Another energy. %50 score to all lemons. We'll do that just in case we end up with some crappy lemons. They're not very good. We've got another energy booster, so that will be useful. So I've now got almost full energy a second time. Each turn, a trick will be disabled after its first use and for the rest of the turn. Okay, so we've got a wild. We've got a lot of clovers around. So, easy thing will be... Right. That's an easy first move. It does. That's what I like about it. What I don't like about it is, and this is a purely me thing, is that I tend to be very unlucky, and I always get some really shitty rolls. However, as with all of this type of game, one of the big things that you do is you try to mitigate that. Like when you make a game like this, you try to make it so that the more you play, because it's like a roguelike type game, the more you get in your deck that sort of limits some of that chance, if you know what I mean. So, right, what we need to do is we need to discard the 3 of these. She won't let me use discard again. She's turned it off. So in other words, I can't really do anything more than that. Actually, I can. I'm going to use all my energy on this. There we go. That's as high as I can make that spin. It did use up all my energy, but I'm also aware that I've got like 6 energy. Like, oh yeah, what shows did you watch? I don't get to watch any TV now. When, on the 8 o'clock shift, because I'm not a night person. 2.5 Men, the early season or the Ashton Kutcher years, because I didn't really like it. The Ashton Kutcher years. Nothing against him. I think I was just used to the original Charlie. I can't use either of these. What the heck, love? I mean, at least I have to worry about my energy. Well, that's annoying. She's disabled both of them. Oh no, I've got an energy, that's why I can't use them. Okay. The problem with having the 2 in the middle is that I can't do any diagonals because they're in the show was really funny. Also great theme music. I used to love the men, manly men. Do 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 do. So I can't do any diagonals. The only options I would have are more down, because you can't even go across. I think I'm stumped at that one. I think I'm no choice but to just chalk that up as a loss, that one. But I think the chance of me hitting this 3,500, if I do, I guess the only real option is discard. 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 Okay, that's the best I can do. I can't do anything more than that. That's really bad, but I've now got to get 1,000 with no energy. I'm gonna have to use my... I've got 3 scatters. That's good, because this happens. So when you get 3 scatters in the wheel expands by 1, which gives you a lot more options. And obviously by the name, scatters. So as you could say, there's a lot more options with this. Honestly, I need this to be a melon. If this is a melon, I've got 1 and I've got 2, and I'm not far off one other. So I think a good first option would be discard, discard, discard. And she's disabled that, so I can no longer do that. I do like Jeffrey D. Morgan, to be fair. Okay, so can we have more energy, please? And we'll swap that over. So at least we get a... Yeah. Well, I've never heard of it. Okay, so a sensible person would use the last of their energy to swap those and those. Although, an even more sensible person, I haven't got any energy left. Even more sensible person would move the bell there and got 3 bells instead of 3 lower energy watermelons. That might just about be 1,000. Oh no, this is another one of those situations where I've got no energy, no moves. I'm just going with what I get. I mean, I can't do anything. I can't. Oh, that's weird. I can't move it. I've got no... Oh well, I think I've lost this one as well. Oh, it automatically uses your last spin card when you've used your last spin, really. I mean, that didn't do anything for me anyway. I've got no energy. I mean, that I've just about got past that level with the skin of my teeth. So I couldn't watch that. I know my partner hates watching things with people that are horrible. She really can't get behind them at all. Does not. Creates 2 copies of the last ticket used. Okay, well that seems useful. Although the last ticket used is an extra spin, which I'd prefer the energy one, honestly. Let's get a card booster. 3 out of 5 cards. Oh, that's not what I wanted. We'll have that one. I'll have that one, and we'll just grab a watermelon, whatever. Ah. I mean, I do a discard thing because I got a free discard that doesn't use any of my energy. Oh my god, look at the scatter. Smack bang in the middle there, that was really good. Right, so what do we want to do here? We want that to be a watermelon. We've got so many clovers. Okay, we move a clover up. We discard that and that. Okay, we move that. We got 2 free spins now, which will probably come in useful at some point. Alright, is there a way to get any of these watermelons into place? Oh, I know. No, forget the watermelons. I would say that's as much as I could do. That's not bad though. 1800 on my first spin. Oh, and I get 5 wheels permanently now. Or just for this the rest of this run. That's pretty powerful. I know energy though. I use a lot of energy getting that last one into the right place. I've got like 2 energy left, so I could move these 2 up, but that is all I've got. Do you know what? Move you. Move you. And then let's use this discard on that. And that. And that's it, that's all I've got. Up to 3 cards. Let's just randomly discard this one. Okay. That's all I got. That's all she wrote. $3,971, but I got no energy. This is the problem. Oh no, I've got 1 energy left. Where can I put that wild card to just instantly get something? I guess swapping it to there gives us those, so that's good. I haven't got the energy now, have I? Otherwise I'd move that one to there and we get another roll there. But that's it, that's all I've got. I've got no other moves I can make, but I think that's 1,000. Yeah, we did it. I mean, considering how badly I was doing, because I used all my energy and everything on that one move to get past the boss, I'm still going somehow. Respin up to 2 wheels. Pick 3 out of 5 cards. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get the respin 2 wheels. Yeah, I liked Fraser. It's certainly better than what they wanted to make. Originally wanted to make Fraser into anyway. That scatter's useless, so we'll get rid of it. That's useless there. Okay, that works. Now, an easy solution here is to just slide that across. There was a sequel to Frasier? Oh, was that show around Roz? Nah, that was pointless. Oh, I don't know. $7,000 on this spin I've got to get. Okay, so the scatter's useless. So we're going to do that. This feels like a really bad first move, but easy second move is that. And then I would say and that's as much as I can do, I think. Yeah, I've got no energy. I've got 1 energy left, and I've got, what, 7,000? I don't think I'm going to do this, let's face it. Wow. I mean, there we go. That was 1 spin. I got like 7,000 points on. Wow. That was a really good spin. Am I at the boss? I am now at the boss. Burn an additional card. 0.5 multi. I've got no room for any spins, however. That's the problem. Let's get a card booster. Let's get some new cards. The problem is that it's only worth 10 now. That's alright. That's okay. I'm going to leave it at that, I think. I don't want that skull one. As much as I want more, the more spins I've got, the more cards I've got on the wheel, the less likelihood of me getting matches. So you got about swings and roundabouts at the end of the day. And it wasn't worth that many points, so this guy looks a bit sus. Okay, so that's powerful for the first spin. The first spin, we got a whole column. So, I think we might have to forsake this lemon row, because if I could get these 2 bells into place, although it's probably easiest just to do that, if I'm completely honest. Let's respin these last 2 wheels. Didn't give me anything, but I guess it did give me that. I'm going to leave it at that, because I don't know what these are, and I don't know what this is. I mean, this could be nothing really, but these could be watermelons. So let's leave it at that, because I've got nowhere else to go from here. Okay, I've got 1,000 on the first spin, and I've got like 5 more spins, so... Okay, I've got a wild card. That's powerful. I don't really know. I really want to get that bell into place. If I move that bell to there and that's a bell, we'll be in luck. And if that's a bell, we'll be even more in luck. The chances of those being... Can I discard them? Or will they still be? I can discard them. Interesting. Okay, well I'm leaving it at that. I'm going to take my chance that this is either a clover or a bell. If it's a bell, I get 2 times 25, 50, 75. So, that's a lemon. God damn it. Wow. By classic characters as well, do you mean characters from Frasier or characters from Cheers? Which obviously was the first one. Right. Can I discard this? I meant to discard that one. Oh well. That's what happens when you try and rush into it, I guess. 3. If we move that there, we got 3 there. I'm just gonna have to leave it at that and hope that does something. I mean, it's not my spin though, is it? So, we need to swap that. Look at that, 2 times bonus, twice. We need to... We've got no energy, have we? Is that literally all I've got? I've got nothing. So I'm praying that this is a lemon. And maybe that both of these are clovers, perhaps. There's nothing else I can do. I can't. I'm just spinning now and hoping that I get super lucky. I got no moves. It's just spins. I mean, considering I've only got spins and nothing else, not doing too bad. Oh wow. $292 times 4. So I'm gonna make the 7,900. That's gonna be like what? 6,000. 3 times 4 is like 12. So it's gonna be like 6,900, something like that, maybe. Oh no, there was a double score. I didn't realise there was a double score. It's even worse, 7,100. That was good though. That was a close one. So yeah, as you can see, I quite like the game. It's quite interesting. I'm just terrible at being lucky, and I really need like a permanent increase to my energy, which I don't know that that's even in the game yet, but the 8 energy is killing me. Alright, let's move you across. Let's get that. And some watermelon as well. Okay, let's get rid of you. And you. And you. Okay, right, so I'd say second move is that. I was trying to get either this or that to be a watermelon, or a bell. Like if that was a bell, it would have been really useful. But he didn't do either of those. I can't get that to there. I can only jump it one line at a time. I think I'm stuck with that. Okay, no worries. Right, have a good sleep. I don't know what day we're on. Otherwise, we're on Subnautica releases tomorrow day. I mean, I've already got it, but that's beside the point. Yeah, I'll try. It's busy day today. I don't like it. Okay, we're gonna move the bell into place, and then move that lemon into place. That's pretty powerful. The only real option I've got here is either to just leave it at that, or try to get rid of some of these and hope these become lemons. So let's try the diagonals. No, and the diagonals. Okay, so we have got another lemon, so I'm going to try. No. No. Nah, forget it. It's fine. That's a shame. I was really hoping I would have got lucky with that. Okay, we've got 2 scatters, so we could... Oh, that's a wild card. Oh, that's really, really strong. So I've got a wild card, which will be whatever I need it to be. And we've got a watermelon. If we could get a watermelon here, then that'd be really useful. So I need to get rid of this one, see if I can get a bell. And a watermelon. No. No. It's all my energy gone. Should get me... I think it should just get me past the target. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we've got a ticket booster. We can get an extra ticket. We've also got 2 tickets. Swap 2 cards anywhere on the boards. I mean, that's pretty good. I'm going to go with that. 0.5 multiplier to all, like, vertical. That used a lot. That used a lot of my soul dust. Okay, so there's only 1 scatter, so we get rid of it. We just need to move that up. That gives us a lemon. Move that across. And if we can get a lemon here, I mean, we're done. There we go. Ah, morning. Welcome in. I hope you're okay. So I've got that watermelon. If I could just get... If this could just be a lemon, or that be a watermelon, that would be really useful. Or a lemon, I guess. Come on, give me something that's not... that's the worst, that is. I hate it when I wake up and I'm just like... I've just lay there all night and it just feels so heavy and I hate it. I could use my super swap, put that watermelon in place. Well, make sure you get, I guess, honey and lemon. And nip it in the bud before it starts. That's pretty strong. 8.5 times. That should easily push us past the target on the first wheel. Oh, it hasn't. It's just shy of it. There's only 1 scatter, so we'll swap it. If I move that bell across, it gives me a diagonal. If I move that bell across, it gives me a line, but I lose a diagonal, so I'm going to move that in. And then we want to get rid of this clover, so I'm just going to do a random, get rid of you. Get rid of you. And get rid of you. Oh. If that could have been a bell, that would have been really useful. I've only got one energy, but I do only need, like, what, 150 or so? So I might leave it at that. In fact, I mean, I might leave it at that. It's way more than I need. Thank you for the follow. I do appreciate them. Plus, I do like that song. I've got another card booster. The problem with those card boosters, as I said, the more you have, the more you dilute your pack, and you don't really want to dilute it too much. Burn an additional card in the market. Free spins. Free spins are always useful. 20% extra score to all bells. I mean, what's that leaving with 9? We're going to get an extra free spin as well. The free spins have come in clutch in some cases. The puppet. Each time a card is moved, reduces the score of all cards bearing its symbol by 10% for the rest of it. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I don't really understand what that tells me. Right, so we've only got the 2 scatters, so we will get a shot of them. So we want to move that across and that across, don't we? The only problem is, when we've got them in the middle, as we've learned, I can't get anything else. The only option I've got, I don't have that super swap, so I can't move that lemon and clover. That would have been the dream. The only thing I can do is discard. Okay, we got a wild card, so that's at least completed that. Is there a way to use this watermelon? There isn't, is there? I think we'll leave it at that. I can't get anything more than that, so we'll leave it at that. We got 1,471 on the first spin, but we didn't use... The key thing is I didn't use a lot of energy. That's the key. Energy is really scarce. So, we got 2, we got 2, and we got 2. If we can get a clover down here... Okay, so we've got a watermelon in place, so that's good. We need... Okay. Make me one while you're there. Let's run out. Clovers. We really need... I need this to become a... Come on. Come on. Okay, that's a clover. So if I move that diagonally down... So I've got that. If I could get rid of this, I'm using up all my energy there. But if I get rid of... Oh no, I could just... I mean, that makes my eyes go from it. Honestly. I can't even see what I've got here, but I think every single one of them's a diagonal. That should, I think, be close, if not over the target. Oh, so close. Okay, so what we need to do here is we need another bell. Oh, I don't want to get rid of the clovers. I like the clovers. But we can only deal with, because we got that as a diagonal. I don't really want the lemons, if I'm honest. I'd scrap them, because they're not worth much. But then again, I only need, like, what? I need less than 300. 200 and probably about the same again, to be fair, which I already have. So the simplest option is let's discard that, and I don't, that and that. Okay, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to have happen there. There we go. We beat that quite easily, to be fair. I tell you what though, these soul dust, they're not easy to come by, are they? Jackpot overshoot, naught, but I overshot it by like 1,000 and something. So how do I get naught? 0.5 multiplier on the column. The shredder. I can't have any more tickets because I haven't used the ones I've got. You get 2 more stickers. Let's see what stickers there are. This card also acts as a scatter. An extra 50. After 3 matches, gain 1 energy. I mean, that seems pretty powerful. How many stickers can I choose? Does it not say on the screen? 2 out of 4, it says over. Oh, that's weird. That is so weird. So, on my screen, my mouse is mirrored on the stream. I've only just noticed. So right now, I am pointing at level 4 jackpot 4900, but my mouse is pointing at confirm on the stream. How does that happen? It is. It's very weird. My mouse is reversed on the stream to where I'm actually... Oh, that's just... that is so weird. But hey, it is a playtest. It literally launched yesterday, so... We got 3 scatters. That's good. Good, strong first move. Didn't give me much there. Yeah, that's so weird. Is it? Yeah, it is showing on the stream as well. So I must look like a real weirdo, like clicking on the wrong cards. But I'm clicking on the correct ones, believe me. You could see they highlight on the screen. So we got 3 bells. Bells are worth more than lemons, so I can forsake those if I need to. So we'll flick that up and we get that. Oh, why did it have to be that twice in one stream? The one I haven't worked on. How can I be so unlucky? It's just one of these, whatever. I've got to do it again. I mean, this isn't a big deal now. I've got that with the extra energy as well, and I've got this with the +2 multiplier. So my first spin here is quite good. I'm not going to keep trying for that, even though I've got more energy coming. So we're going to leave it at that, I think. Okay, so an easy win there would be to move that up. So as a next move, I can move that down. And I can move that down. Now we're going to discard, although I am well aware that I didn't get my extra energy that I was supposed to be getting. So let's go you, and you. Okay, we're out of energy. But we do have this, which I don't like to use, but I'm using it. Okay, that is a pretty powerful look firsthand. That's like, if you look at the bonus, which I am pointing at, hang on, let me point at the top of the screen so you can see. I'm pointing in the wrong place. So 590 times 11, so that's like what, 5,000, 6,000. It's probably close to 7,000. I only have to get 2,900. Sorry, 4,900. So I think we've done just on that one. And here's me wishing, here's me wishing this was a real slot machine, because I'd be phoning in sick for work today. Well, probably retiring. I almost doubled what I needed there. Oh, and finally, I got something. I got an energy from the jackpot overshoot. What do you have to do to get that? Score is more than 150%, so it has to be the score plus a half. So for this one, it would be like 4,900 plus 2,400. Okay, that's quite a bit. I do have space for a common ticket. There is a ticket booster though, which might be useful. We will count that card twice, and we'll have a look at a ticket booster, see what we can get. Magic potion, 0.5 multiplier to all combinations until the end of the round. That's horrible. I hate that. I hate people. I hate lucky people. I wish I could get some luck sometime. It'd be so nice. Like this, for instance. So my streams at the moment are sort of fitted around work and life, which I guess a lot of people have. But to be able to not have to work, do you know what I mean? Like, and I can just stream when I want and stream as long as I want. Kind of like Swagger, you know, you can do like 8-hour streams. I have to do like 3-4 hour. Today it has to be about 3 because we have somebody coming to do some work on the flat. Oh, that's a horrible spin. But to be able to like do 8 hours, it's one of the reasons why I can't grow, to be fair. One of, well, it's not the only one. I don't have the time to sort of put into it. I could just do the best I can. Which is all we can ask any of us, to be fair. Right, I did get a watermelon, which is what I wanted. Let's just get rid of that lemon. Yeah. That is true. But I've got to move furniture because what they're doing is they're decorating a wall. We have a problem with one of the walls, and they're coming to fix it. Yeah, but it means I'm going to move a load of furniture. I should have done it last night, but the problem is I'm working 12/8 this week at work, which means when you stream at like 4 o'clock in the morning usually, getting up in time to start stream at 4. So I could normally run a little bit later, but obviously today, because they come in between 8 and 9, because they're coming between 8 and 9, I don't really have much of an option. I'm going to get rid of that, and that one. Damn it. Give me all these. Can I make use of these? I'm going to have to... No. I'm going to have to leave it at just a tear. Yeah, well, normally I do like 8 till 4 or 9 till 5. That 9 till 5 especially is much easier to stream around. Especially if I don't have to go in the office, which unfortunately we do have to go in the office 3 times a week. But I mean, the thing about a 9 to 5 job, and this is the thing that people don't tell you about a 9 to 5 job, you know, is you lose your whole day. You have to get up at like, you know, 5 or 6 o'clock to get ready to then head into the office. And then you come home and it's like 7 o'clock by the time you get home. And it's like, where's my day gone? You know, I've lost everything. I've got no real life. That's why the whole working from home thing was so good when it first came in, and now yeah. So as a good example, I used to work in a supermarket. This is probably like what, 15-20 years ago, and I started work at like 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock, and I'd be finished by midday. It's like, this is great. It's like I'd start at 5 and finish at 1 or 2. I'm like, this is great. I've got the whole afternoon to do what I want. Whereas now I'm like, I go in when everybody else starts work, and I finish when everybody else finished work. I don't get any real time to do anything. If I move that wild card somewhere, where's the best place to put that wild card? Honestly, where it is. I'm gonna leave it at that. God, I've got to get 7,000. I've only got 1 energy left. I'm gonna have to use the energy shot. Don't forget, I know you've just made a coffee, but, you know, don't forget to, oh, I haven't got to move my stream deck. Of course, my cats were messing with it, so I hid it. We've got a lot of clovers on the wheel. I'd say the successful move would be that one. That would be a powerful first go. I don't have anywhere else. Thanks, Restream. You can count how many messages I have. Yeah, I think the ultimate dream, and I think a lot of people have this, because I always get this when I'm at work, and they're like, oh, what do you see yourself doing in 5 years? Or, you know, you're not working hard enough to progress in the company. I'm like, I don't want to progress. I want to not have to work for my money. I want to win or inherit millions and then just live my life. Give myself every month, just give myself some wages and just do what I want to do. That's what I want. That's not, I don't want to work. I don't want to be the CEO of a company. Not that that option would ever come up for me. Yeah, I don't. I never have. Never. I don't understand it. I've got no, I've got no sort of motivation to do that. I just don't want to do it. And everybody looks at me like I'm weird at work. I mean, my job is corporate, so I think everybody in corporate generally wants to be in corporate and they want to do that. But I don't know why. I'm going to do this. This is not... Yeah, no, exactly. the only good thing I'd say about the job, really, that I've got is that our boss does. Our boss is the only person we really have anything to any say with. So even though our boss has like 3 or 4 other bosses above them, we don't see them. So it's like that sketch, isn't it, from, was it Office Space, where he's like, if I make a mistake, I don't just have my boss coming to me, but I have 8 other bosses coming to me to give me crap, and my only motivation is to not get that. My only motivation is that I don't want loads of people coming and stressing my head. That's it, we're over, we're done. I didn't manage this time. No, I can't move anything, I've got no energy. Yeah, no, of course. That is our only motivation. My only motivation at work is to not lose my job. And honestly, it probably wouldn't be the worst thing, other than the fact that I have no money. That would be the worst thing. I did see somebody the other day, I think it was on Threads, they made a post where they said, what did they say? They were talking about almost exactly that. I don't really remember it, but yeah, they were... I lost my train of thought then. But yeah, they were talking about almost exactly the boss and the work thing, and how... So I like this game. I think this is kind of an interesting mechanic. It's the only problem with it, and I'm not necessarily, it's a playtest, it is early. It literally launched, well, into playtest last night. This is the sort of thing that I like on this stream. Well, this is a recent thing for me. I used to be mainly survival craft, but I'd say in the last month or so, I've been enjoying a lot of the dungeon crawlers. Dungeon Crawler being my personal favourite at the moment. But I quite like it, but because it's an early game, I'm guessing that it needs a bit more fleshing out. It's the best I can come up with, really. I've got one more free. Let's get rid of that bell. Ah, you're kidding me. So, if I swap these 2 over... I don't think there's anything else I can get, unless I scrap these 2. It looks like you've got a lot, because I've got 3 lines, but I got 800 points, and that's it. That's so weird. You have to get all the diagonals and all of, like, on this one, I got a lot more points. If I get rid of that, and it gives me another bell, and I swap that one to there, that straight away gives me 7.5 times bonus. If I can discard... Have I got any more bells? I've got 4 more bells. It should be possible to get another bell into the hand there. Let's try it again. Oh, here we go. This is looking good. If I could get this to become a bell. 11. I'm not going to keep flogging a dead oss, as they say around here. Not a stripy oss either. There we go. That was a really good... Like, I got 5,000 in total. And I overshot the jackpot so much that it gave me 3 extra energy. So that's the key. That's what you want to try and do. Get a lot of diagonals and a lot of, like... 1 of 4 elixirs. I have not got any elixirs yet. This is the only one of... Is this what these are? These are magnets. What are the elixirs? Not seen. Oh, they're the ones that you apply to the cards. Okay. 200 plus 200 score, a 10% chance to fly away after activation. Uses energy though? I've been intrigued by this clock card where you can move the ones around it. Does it just rotate? Is that what it's saying? It just rotates them one time? That could be useful. I think double points there. At the end of the day, I think, so all of this stuff staying on my cards when I put it on them, like through the game. So it's got a roguelike sort of mechanic in that respect. So I think adding things like that to my cards, double scores, etc., is what's going to help me to beat this. Okay, so that's not a very good first go. And if I'm honest, I don't want that row there, because this is the ones that always mess me up. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to move that out and get that and that. And then if I can get those to swap and then move that across. Okay, now that's better. If I can get the two of those to become clovers. Or watermelon. We got diagonal, we got diagonal, we got diagonal, we got straight down, we got straight across. I think that's everything we can get. That's 360 times 7.5. I don't do that. It's what time is it? It's almost 7 a.m. I've only been up like an hour and a half, so let's just collect and spin. We've already hit the jackpot on the first spin. Nice. It's kind of annoying, right? Because I got, for each remaining ball, I got an extra, I got an extra, like, soul dust. But if it should use those balls to get some extra spins and see if I can overshoot the jackpot, it should just automatic. You know, like, is it Candy Crush? Like, it just finishes the level for you when you've done it. Something like that. That would be really neat. I'd like to watch it just complete the whole thing. Legendary symbol elixir. 50% score to all lemons. Well, I mean, all lemons 50% more. They're the weakest one. They're 15. So, like, 50% on top of that is like 20, 21, 22, something like that. Possibly just 20. I don't know. We're going to do that. We do have a boss battle next with the fortune teller, and a shredder is a free discard, so we'll definitely do the free discard. We'll leave it at that. Okay, we got that way. We'll get rid of this scatter. We've got a wild card. That's pretty strong for a first go. So, if I discard that and discard that. I wanted... Oh, she took my discard away. Oh. She sucks. No offense, love, but, you know, you do. Because I want to discard that. Oh, I've got a free discard down here. God damn it. I wanted these to become clovers and get some diagonals, but I guess this is as good as we're getting. Yeah. How annoying. All I wanted to do was get these as to clovers, and that would have been a pretty much win on the first wheel, I think. I mean, it might well be anyway. 2,291 of the 3,500 targets. What have we got here? So we could move that a diagonal. I guess it's 2. And she's took that swap away. I hate her. She needs to do one. Okay. Hope it's nothing bad. Every time my phone rings, it's like, oh, I don't want to talk to you. Hate them. I think that's as good as I'm going to get. 2.4 times 4.5. That ain't going to be 1,000. It might just about be. I got some more discards, I guess. I can't. She's taken my swap off me, so I can't swap those two. I'm just going to leave it. I've got 2 scatters, so that's alright. It's that middle thing again. There's not a lot I can really do about it. I wish it wrapped around. I wish I could move that lemon down there and it would be 3 in a reverse. I mean, maybe that is a power up later in the game. Okay, that made it worthwhile, at least. I don't want to leave it at that, because that should get me past the target easily. I don't want to go burning all my balls. Feel like that needs to be added as a quote. Hold, please. I might have to, I don't know what the date is. What's the date? 13th. I'll have to change this because I like them all to be in the same format. So I just go into the thing afterwards and add them all. What's it? I did that on YouTube as well. That's so weird. An extra energy shot. Do we have no elixirs? This card is not match. It goes back into a draw pile. I don't want to get that. I'm going to get that. I don't want to give... I'm guessing that's a perp. What's this? What is this? Why is it lit up? What's he doing? 1 visible... Earn 10% energy. 1 visible card. No. Minus 10% score to a random symbol. Apply random stickers to 5 random cards. Adds 3 devil cards. Go on then. I've made a pact with the devil apparently. Oh wow, we got scatter straight away. Right. I think... Oh my god, there's so much going on here. Oh, this is a little bit overwhelming. Easy first move is that. That. I don't really know what's a good next move. So there's a lot of bells up here. I want to use them in some way. I think the easiest way to do that would be to get rid of that diagonal and actually move that down and have that, and then I can maybe move that up. Let's do that. And then we'll move that up. And then that across. And then I guess maybe that across as well. I don't know if that actually benefits me in any way. But that is mental. What do I get? Do I get much? Probably not. Not really. It's not as much as I thought it would be. What was this? I mean, it's not going to be easy to match it, but it's doable. Let's get some more energy. I'm going to do this. Or not. Yes, I am. I've got an extra energy for that. I mean, it permanently adds a 0.001 multiplier to combinations this card is part of. I mean, there's no way for me to get that to be part of something. It needs to be over this side, and I might stand a chance. I don't think it's worth putting any more effort into that, to be fair, trying to recover that. I got an extra soul dust, which I probably won't even make it to a shop anyway, but... Uh-oh, we got 2 devils. But nothing else either, what the heck? What in the hell? I don't need free energy. Free energy. Let's see what we could do with this energy. So I don't want that and I don't want that. Okay, that works. And I don't know. Is there any way I can use any of these? There isn't, is there? Without wasting... Well, we've got no more energy. I was going to say without wasting my energy, but I don't have any. I can't move anything. That's all I can do is just spin. That's it. That's it. It's game over. I can't do anything. I got an extra soul dust and I managed to finish a level somehow. I don't know how that happened. 20 soul dust for the shop, so 2 of 4 tickets. Let's do this. The score of all common cards on the wheel is collected, then spins the wheels. Third, create 2 copies of the last ticket used. So if I use that right now, I will get 2 extra ball tickets. If I get the super swap and that, and then use the super swap, I get a second super swap. But this feels really... I feel like I'd be an idiot to not get the legendary one. And then use that, I guess, maybe? Why not? Stick it, leave it at that. So, we've got this. We need another bell here, if we can. Let's get rid of that devil, and this clover. Another clover. So, if I move that down, We do get that. And we want, ideally, we want another bell here. I don't know if it's worth putting this much effort in. I've got a flipping lemon I want to use now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave it at that. What have we got? So we got a 2 times lemon. They're all common this time. Might be worth using the harvest and then using the 3rd times a charm thing. There's a lot of options here. There we go, and I've got 2 more of those now. That's really useful. Keep it for a boss though, or something similar. So, we've got a lot of options going on here. I need to use, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter if I use that. This is a wild card though. So, probably a good first move would be that lemon. That, no. Yeah, that watermelon. So how do I... Hang on, that bell. That bell. And I think that's everything I can do. $3,509. Let's harvest. Oh, it uses a turn. Well, I guess you'll live and learn. This is why we're doing this. This will probably have to be the last go. The time is now 7:10. We've got somebody coming between 8 and 9 to do that decorating, so I'm going to give it one more go. I thought I might end up going back onto sledding game, but actually I'm kind of enjoying this. And to be fair, I haven't really got time to start anything else. So I don't like them in the middle, as you well know. Don't like them like that. I guess I have an option of doing that. And then like that. If I can get this to become a bell. Can I do anything with them being lemons? I can't, can I? No, that's annoying. Bit of a shame. I'm not going to waste all my energy on that first move though. That's just craziness. Just want to get, so we'll swap it. We'll get that first. Then we'll go that next. That gives us that. We've almost got a diagonal there, which is what I want, honestly. So if I get that, that's a diagonal. And then we'll swap out that and that. And that. And then is there anything else I can do? The only thing that oh, do you know what? I want to do this just because it's here. I don't need to do it. It's not really going to be beneficial at all, but I need to do it. There we go. I overshot the jackpot by 150%. That's what I needed to do. I did use up my energy there, so do I have... No, it's a sticker booster. A second chance, we'll have that. We'll use that as a scatter. And we'll put it on a lemon. Okay, so we move that lemon down. And we move that as a diagonal. I don't want to do too much. I would say that's about all I can do. Not much though, is it? 220. It feels like it should be a lot, but I guess you just have to mix in diagonals. That's the problem when you've got straight lines like that. There's no real way I can mix a diagonal in with that. So we can move that across. And there is almost nothing else I can really do. I mean, that's going mad, so I don't know what I've got there. Three scatters, so that's good. Gives us an extra line. Oh, the game crashed. I'll reload it, see if it starts again where we left off. If not, I guess I'm finished with that, because I'm not going to start another game at this point. It's a shame I've only got 18 minutes. Because I was going to try and get to at least hit 2 hours. Ah, continue. I know. Although I say continue, I don't actually think this has actually continued. I know. There we go. That's as good as I can get. As we've already discovered, I don't like these. They're not very good like this. I mean, that's all I can get. It's the boss again. We'll get the third timed charm ticket. we'll have a new recyclable lemon. Each time a card is moved, reduces the score of all the like 10 gold. What the heck? Okay. Minimal moves. Unfortunately. Not a lot I can do with minimal moves, unfortunately. It's making them worthless, look. Crazy. Wow, this round is so difficult to do when she makes them worth less. I'm gonna have to leave it at that because she can make that's worth nothing. Okay, so we can move that bell. That gives us 2 there. Ideally, we want a diagonal here. But that is even better than I could have hoped for, to be fair. I mean, can't go much better than that, honestly. There needs to be, and like I said, that's not to say there isn't going to be, but there needs to be a sort of like more. I need to be able to get more wild cards. I'm sure there probably is. You can randomly get them out of these card boosters and things. How many do I get to pick? 3 of 5. I don't really want to dilute my pack anymore with the skulls, honestly. So that's the thing you got to realise, that you're starting to dilute it and get less. So if we use the scatter, what's it become? It becomes a bell. Ugh. The reason for the grunt is because I got one in the middle and I got one almost in the middle. So it's going to have to be the one that never gives me much points. Many points, much points, no. I could respin the 2 wheels and then get the card back with the 3rd time's a charm. That feels pretty strong, to be fair. Got a wild card. I want this bell here. That's what I want. No, I'm gonna leave it at that. Hate it, but that's the only option I've got. Okay, so we'll move that across first of all. They have the exact same cards. I've got no energy. Why am I doing this? This is mental. Let's just spin this wheel. It won't let me spin the same wheel twice. That's a waste of a spin. At least I got a spare one, I guess. Bad. Nothing. I'm struggling. The problem is I've got no energy. I've got no energy to use any moves right now, so... there is nothing I can do with this. Let's get a scatter. I mean, that's pretty good. We got line, we got diagonal, we got diagonal. We got one more bell as well, which I guess I could move up if I had any moves. I don't want to respin. I don't want to use my free ticket, so whatever. Let's just end it at this, I guess. So if I haven't got any energy. Let's say if I move that lemon up, I get a diagonal there. But yeah, that's it. Rip, game over. Yeah, I guess that's gonna have to be it then. I've got stuff to do. Thanks for joining me. Sorry it's a little bit of a shorter one for me. I don't normally go this short, but I did want to show this game off. I quite enjoyed it, and yeah, I wanted to give them their dues that they sent me an email like asking if I wanted to play it before it came out. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I'm gonna have to just end because I've got to go and get breakfast and move furniture before somebody turns up. So yeah, thanks for joining me. Have a lovely rest of the day, and I will see you all next time. Oh, Friday, Subnautica 2, not 1.